Hello everyone and welcome to today's session on batch supplier payments. Today's session is going to be going back to the very basics, and the session is only going to be around 25 minutes max. And we may not even need that amount of time, and the reason for this is because it's one of our quick learns, so it's just bite-sized content with mainly demonstration. My name is Abby and I'm going to be your host for today. If you want to ask any questions today, so you will be placed on mute automatically. If you want to ask any questions, you can use the questions panel down the right-hand side, and it's just that little icon, little speech bubble with the question mark in the middle. When you pop your questions in there, don't forget to press the blue button and send your questions across to me. Just a reminder, if you've not attended a quick learn before, and we don't provide handouts on these ones just because there's so little content on there, but you are able to, like you say, watch the recording, as that will be included in your follow-up email, and you'll get that around an hour after the session has ended, so keep an eye out for that if you do need to. Okay, so we're going to do a very brief introduction of the batch supplier payments window and the benefits. And then what we'll do, we'll just dive straight into demonstration, and then we'll look at further support towards the end of the session. Again, if you do have any questions, do keep them coming throughout rather than wait until the very end. Okay, so the batch supplier payments window. So using this option, you can save time when paying off supplier invoices you can group all outstanding transactions together, allowing you to pay or allocate these items all at once. You will find the batch supplier payment option within the bank accounts module rather than suppliers. It can be used with supplier payments to seamlessly process payments through modular. So if you're not familiar with the supplier payments add-on, essentially it kind of replaces e-banking. If that's something that you're familiar with, then it can automate or replace that manual option. You can also remittances can always be set to set automatically, and you can also print and still email those to suppliers. Now I just want to launch a poll on your screen there just before we delve into the demonstration. So I want to launch this on your screen there, and I'm just wanting to know, do you actually know whether you actually use any of these options? So supplier payments via modular, e-payments, so as I mentioned, downloading a file and then uploading it to your online banking, neither, or I'm not sure. So you can just pop an answer in there for me. Usually wait until we get around 70–75%. So I'm just kind of want to gauge an idea of if you do use any of these add-ons. E-payments is included in the software, so you might be using that without even realizing. You might not have realized what it was called. It's fine if you're not sure. I just want to gain some insight. Okay, so we've got around 70% there. So I'll just close that poll down. I'll share the results with you as well so you can just see. So the two answers that I've got there are 67% or neither, and 33% of you are not sure. That's fine. That was just a little bit of insight for me. What I will do is I will quickly show you if you are looking for a more a quicker way to be able to pay your suppliers. I'll quickly show you on the help center where you can find more information on that. So if I just pop to my help center, and in here if I just type in supplier payments, and then you've got what is supplier payments. We'll click on that. So in here you've got, it's called salary and supplier payments, provides a secure way to pay your suppliers and HMRC directly from your software. So it integrates with your Sage Account software. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can find that information on the Help Centre just simply by typing in supplier payments. Okay, so let's pop back to my slides and we'll just delve straight into the demonstration there. I'm just going to pop over to my software. Okay, so we're just going to start by going into bank accounts, and I'm just going to show you the standard supplier payments window. So I'm in bank accounts, and I'm going to go to supplier payments along the top. So this is the standard window that you will be used to when you come to pay your suppliers. Now it might be, this is the only method that you're aware of. So this is what we're doing this session for today, to try and speed up your processing. So when you do the batch supplier, the normal supplier window, you have to come into the window, select your supplier. Let's see if we can find one that's got some invoices as well. There we go. So we've got an invoice there. You would come in and then you would pay what you needed to pay in here. You would save it. It would close automatically. You would then have to open up the supplier payment window again, select another supplier, and then do your invoices that way as well to allocate payments. Whereas with the batch supplier window, which again, I forgot to mention, sorry, when we were on the slides, it is only available in professional. So if you don't see this option, it could be that you're not on the right variant. Obviously, again, if you do find this this option useful, then you will be able to upgrade your license as well, so you get access to more features. So the batch supplier payment window, it shows along the top in bank accounts. So you've got your supplier payment there, and you've got your supplier payment option there. Now, if you've got a smaller screen, you might have options that look like this. So they're more condensed down. You simply click on the drop down and you should see batch supplier payment there. So when you click on the batch supplier payment option, you can now see, it looks quite similar to the normal, the batch supplier window. So in here, it shows all invoices for all suppliers. So you can see I've got quite a lengthy list here. So in here, if I scroll down, I should have some, you can see I've got loads of different suppliers invoices in here. You've still got the normal options along the top, so pay in full. You've got the option as well, pay all. You can also select a department as well. For these particular payments, you can select a department if you do use departments as well. You can also print and send to Excel this list as well. It will just export exactly what's in this list, but you can also add filters as well. So it might be that you want to add a filter for, just your due invoices. That could still be quite a lengthy list. As you can see, I've still got quite a lot of transactions in there. Alternatively, we can do it by date range. So if I do it, let it do it processing. If I do it for the 1st of June, and I just click tab on my keyboard so it processes that list. I can also filter by a list as well. And then if I wanted to print this list or send to Excel, I can also do that as well. If I just show all, I've also got this other option as well, which you might have seen, which is list invoice credit by item line. So at the moment, I might have batch invoices in here, but it's actually separating those by the separate lines. If I untick that, you can see you've got 825 there, and that is made up of several lines, item lines. So if I put that filter back on, you can now see I've got 825, 826, 827, 828, 829, and those are condensed down and make up when I remove that filter. So it's up to you whether you want to buy item line, or if you'd rather just have it grouped, then you can have it grouped as well. Now, when you post payments, you might want to have where you might want to be using, again, you want to use the supplier payments if you've got that set up on the record, or you might want to enable e-banking if you're not using that before. you can also enable that as well. So we'll just show you where those settings are. So we're going to go into settings, bank defaults, and you can enable e-banking there. And then you've got the two options here now. This bottom option will only show if you have e-banking ticked. If it doesn't have it ticked, it won't show. But what you can do is you can tick so it always create remittances when you create payments, and you can have where it always creates batch e-payments as well. So click OK. If I then go into my batch supplier payment window, so in this window again, we'll just pay off. What we'll do is we'll do by date range. We'll do the ones that I've just done recently. So I'll just set that date range. And what we'll do is we'll just pay this one in full. So pay in full, and we'll click save. So that's my 1246 payment purchase invoice to this account here. If I click save, what it's done is it's then created that payment for me, but also as well, it's now going to be sitting in my remittances window. So if I go in here and I go to remittances, you can now see there is that invoice that was due today. It was due on the 21st, but we've posted it today, and we can see it's sitting in there. So then in remittances, I can print the list, send to Excel, and then you can print remittances, and then whether you want to email that to your supplier, you want to print it out physically, preview it, just create a file, it's entirely up to you. So the beauty of that batch supplier invoice is it allows you, so just go back into it, it allows you to have all outstanding invoices from all your suppliers, and then in here then you can make a more conscious effort as to who you're going to be paying first as a priority, all in one window. You can also as well, you don't have to just you've got these options of the filters here. You can choose via date range, so it's entirely up to you, how you want to organize it, but it is going to show the oldest transactions first. So you can make a conscious decision. Well, the ones that are at the top, am I going to be paying those first? But again, you've also got those filters as well. So that is the batch supplier window. The only difference is in terms of the difference to the normal supplier window, payment window, is that you get to see all of your suppliers in one window rather than having to flick between, doing one payment for one supplier, then going to the other. If you're not sure whether you are on the right variant, you can find this in your help and about page. I'll quickly show you this as well. So we go to help along the top, into about, and then under the variant here, see Thrifty Accounts Professional. So make sure it says Professional in the list there, to make sure that you are on the right variant to be able to use this feature. Okay, so let's pop back to my slides. Okay, so we haven't had any questions come through, so hopefully that means that I've done my job right. So I'll just give you the last opportunity now. I know that slide does say that you can download the handout, but the handout isn't available on the quick learns. But again, you're going to have this recording to have access to if you need to revisit anything that we've covered today. You can also get support from our help centre, so you can just visit sage.co.uk/help. In there you can search the knowledge base, find the support guides, find webinars. We have loads of recordings on our help centre. Videos are available, and also as well you can get in touch with our support team. If you're not sure how to find recordings from previous sessions, I'll quickly show you. So if we go back to the Help Centre, so we're on the main page of the Help Centre. If you go to webinars along the top, and it's often quite often gets missed, is the access to our previous recordings. So we click on this button here. And then you can go in here and you can view all the previously recorded sessions. So you can see we have got so many sessions on there that you can catch up on, different topics, various parts of the software. There's absolutely loads on there for you to, to boost your knowledge on the software. You can see your questions just come through there from Leslie. I have Sage 50 accounts, not professional. How much more per month is professional, please? So I don't have the pricing on that, unfortunately. But what you can do is you can contact our support team. So you can either give them a call or you can contact them via the Help Centre. Via the Help Centre, in the top right, you've got Contact Us. And that will take you to your different contact options, and they'll be able to support you with that. One last thing I want to cover, since we haven't had any further questions come through, just want to make you aware that you can grow your knowledge with us as well, as we do offer one-to-one bespoke training options. So that can be from stock control, construction industry scheme, banking, debtors and creditors, and also Sage professional features. So like Leslie, if you're looking to upgrade, we can actually do a demonstration on what professional features you're going to get access to, because there's loads more that you can get access to, different reports, additional features and things like that. If you are wanting a bespoke quote, you can contact the team via email, and it's just that email address at the bottom of the screen there if you want to quickly write that down. So it's lsenablement1@365sage.net. So you can give them an email, and then you can discuss your options further there. Okay, so that does bring us to the end of today's session. If you've got what you need today and you want to leave the session, you're going to receive that email in around an hour or so with links to both our webinar schedule and today's recorded session for you to refer back to if needs be. Upon exiting the session, you will see a survey at the end. If you could please let me know how I did today, so what you liked about the session, what I could have done differently, or what you would have liked to have seen. I do like to read every single comment on there as well, so anything is really appreciated. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll wrap this session up. I want to say thank you to you all for your participation today. And just a reminder, we've got plenty of sessions over the next couple of weeks, so don't be shy and get registered. So I want to say another thank you and take care.